Friends, there is an advanced technology that can even bring the dead back to life. But a dangerous malfunction occurred, which became a matter of national security. The story begins at a research center in England, where a scientist named Vincent was working with his team. Vincent was dealing with a soldier who had died some time ago, but Vincent had implanted cybernetic enhancements into the soldier's brain, which brought him back to life. During the war, the soldier's head had been severed in half, but with the help of cybernetic implants and AI technology, Vincent managed to revive him. Now, Vincent was asking the soldier some questions, such as who he was and where he came from. However, the soldier had no memory of his past life. He kept saying repeatedly that he wanted to go to his mom, but shockingly, he didn't even know who his mom was. After questioning, Vincent began discussing with his colleague when suddenly the soldier attacked Vincent. He kept saying he wanted to go to his mom. Vincent commanded the soldier to go back to his place, but the soldier, who was half robot, started attacking Vincent. Vincent was injured and fell to the ground. The robotic soldier even captured Vincent's colleague, but without mercy, the soldier killed her. Now, the soldier advanced towards Vincent to kill him, but just in time, other soldiers arrived and shot the robotic soldier. The retinas in the robotic soldier's eyes began to shut down. Vincent narrowly escaped death, and the injuries he sustained were gradually recovering. One day, Vincent attended a committee meeting where various types of research were presented. Vincent reviewed many projects, but he was particularly impressed by a project from a student named Eva. Eva had created a robotic human similar to Vincent's, but the way Eva's robot responded and replied left Vincent very impressed. Vincent approached Eva and said that he had also developed some robots, but they did not respond like hers. To Vincent, Eva's robot seemed almost like a real human. Eva explained that she hadn't made many changes to her robot. She just placed it in a human environment, and it gradually learned everything on its own. Vincent offered Eva a position to work on his project, telling her that she didn't need to waste more years in college. He promised to arrange government funding for her project so they could work on it further. After much thought, Eva agreed to Vincent's offer. The next day, Eva headed to Vincent's laboratory to continue her experiment. Upon arriving, she encountered an elderly woman who appeared very distressed. The old woman explained that her son was being held inside and they were not allowing her to enter. She pleaded with Eva to save her son. Eva did not understand what the old woman was saying. In fact, the soldier who Vincent had experimented on was none other than the old woman's son. However, the old woman had no idea that her son was now dead, and the remaining soldiers removed her from the area. Eva then entered the laboratory with full protection. Inside the lab, soldiers were stationed everywhere. Eva noticed that many soldiers had a mark on their brains. When she asked Vincent, he explained that these soldiers had been injured in the war, and they had received cybernetic implants in their brains to save them. This allowed them to stay alive and perform their duties effectively, though they had to forget all their memories. Additionally, there was a side effect of this implant that caused the soldiers to lose their ability to speak. Vincent then took Eva to see a man named Thompson, who was the director of the entire research center. Upon meeting Eva, Thompson asked her several political questions. Eva was not very well versed in politics, and so Vincent replied to Thompson that Eva was hired for the work she was good at, not for discussing politics. Vincent then began showing Eva different types of projects. Eva was introduced to a soldier named James, who had lost both his arms in the war. Vincent had created artificial arms for James, which they implanted one by one into his body. After everything was properly done, James was able to move his artificial arms. These artificial hands had powers far exceeding those of human hands. James used his new arms to crush marbles, demonstrating his immense power. James then asked Eva if he could hold her hand, as he hadn't touched another person's hand since he lost his own in the war. Although Vincent tried to discourage James, saying he hadn't yet learned to control his artificial arms, Eva insisted that it would be fine and that he would learn to control them. Eva, unafraid, allowed James to hold her hand. James then gently danced with Eva, taking her a short distance away. He told Eva that she should meet him in Area 6, where she would learn the whole truth. After the experimental phase, James was sent back to his room. However, Eva was unclear about what was in Area 6. Thompson and Vincent explained the project to Eva, detailing how their organization was creating a robotic army to replace humans. The best part was that these robots would look and act exactly like humans, allowing their country to negotiate with enemies and even launch attacks using these robots. This would significantly reduce the number of human soldiers lost. Moreover, the robotic soldiers had numerous powers that could eliminate enemies one by one. After explaining all this, Vincent took Eva to a lab where he implanted many scanning chips into her brain. Vincent was recording Eva's cognitive abilities and thoughts to create a dataset. He asked Eva what she feared the most, and she mentioned spiders, clowns, and cancer. He also noted down what Eva liked and disliked. Although Eva felt that these were just normal questions, she didn't ask Vincent what exactly was happening. After a while, Eva asked Vincent about Area 6. Vincent explained that they took severely damaged soldiers from the war to Area 6, where they were temporarily converted into robots to extend their lives. However, Eva questioned why, if they were truly treating humans, they were kept like slaves. Vincent didn't want to reveal more about these matters and brushed off the question. Eva wanted to find out more about Area 6, so she headed in that direction. However, as soon as she entered Area 6, many soldiers apprehended her and gave her a final warning that she could not enter. Vincent then called Eva back to scan her body once more. He revealed a deep secret to her. The research he had been gathering about Eva's body was to create an AR robot similar to Eva, with the same appearance and cognitive abilities. Eva was initially shocked by this revelation and did not want any part of it. Vincent ignored her concerns and gave her a final warning not to return to Area 6, as it could be dangerous for her. Despite this, Eva was determined to gather more information about Area 6. But Vincent was now replying in anger, saying that Eva's job here was only to conduct research, not to seek answers to these questions. Eva was very upset with Vincent's behavior. Thompson then called Eva and Vincent to a meeting where they had created the mind of their AR robot. This was the most advanced technology developed by their organization so far, with cognitive abilities superior to those of humans. The AI was communicating with them, stating that Eva was still upset with Vincent, meaning the AI could read people's minds based on their behavior. Vincent then apologized to Eva for his behavior. Thompson then asked the AI robot how they could defeat China. The AI provided a precise answer on how to defeat China thoroughly, indicating that Thompson had a dangerous weapon at his disposal. When checking the security cameras, Thompson's team discovered that Eva had been copying data from some computers in the laboratory. This data was related to Area 6, which Eva wanted to learn about. Thompson became extremely angry upon discovering this and was determined to make Eva pay for her actions. As it was getting late, Vincent and Eva were heading home in a car. During the drive, Vincent told Eva honestly that he did not like working there at all. Eva asked why he had been working there for so many years if he disliked it so much. Vincent explained that his daughter had a very dangerous neurological disease. She couldn't speak or think properly. That's why he had stayed in the organization for so many years, trying to create an AI implant mind for his daughter to fix her neurological condition and restore her ability to speak and think. Eva said that the data Vincent had scanned from her mind might be intended to connect to his daughter's mind. Vincent confirmed that this was indeed his plan. Eva was ready to help Vincent with this, but Vincent admitted that he had not yet scanned his daughter's mind. As they were traveling, they came across an elderly woman in front of their car. When Eva went outside the car to help, it was revealed that the elderly woman was not an old lady but a Chinese killer who immediately killed Eva. Meanwhile, Thompson was watching all this on his monitor, indicating that Thompson had sent the killer to have Eva murdered. The Chinese killer did not harm Vincent and left, causing Vincent to become completely suspicious of Thompson, believing he was responsible for everything. However, after returning to the organization, Thompson told Vincent that it was fortunate their people arrived in time to save him. Vincent knew clearly that Thompson was lying and that he was behind everything. After Eva's death, Thompson continued to advance his project. Vincent began inserting the reports he had collected from Eva's mind into a robotic body. The AI robot's neurological system was soon prepared, making it ready in just a few hours. The day arrived when the AI robot was completely ready. Vincent, extremely excited, brought the robot out. The astonishing thing was that this AI robot looked exactly like Eva. At first glance, no one could tell that it was a robot, but the robot's behavior was very soft-hearted and delicate. Thompson did not want Eva's robot to be so delicate. He wanted it to be slightly aggressive. So, Thompson instructed his team to try scaring the robot with spiders, as Eva had a severe fear of spiders in real life. The robot also became very frightened by the spider. To scare Eva's robot even more, Thompson placed a clown in front of it. This time, the robot was extremely scared and immediately killed the clown. The man was completely dead. Thompson was very pleased that the robot did exactly what he wanted it to do. But Vincent approached Eva's robot and said, "What have you done? You took the life of an innocent person." Eva replied that it was just a robot, but Vincent had removed the clown mask from the man's face, revealing that he was indeed a human. Eva pleaded with Vincent to fix him, but Vincent said that he was dead and could not be brought back. Eva's robot was deeply saddened by this, but Vincent advised her not to take anyone's life in the future. Eva was so regretful that she locked herself in a room. On the other hand, Vincent went to meet James, the soldier who had the artificial arms implanted. James could not speak because he had been implanted with the device. Vincent promised James that no matter what, he would get him out of there. Meanwhile, Eva's robot was stuck in one place, still troubled by the guilt of having killed a human. She was not talking to anyone. Vincent then sent another AI soldier named Suri to Eva. Suri also had cybernetic implants. Suri took Eva's hand and started to communicate with her. Although Suri couldn't talk, she was able to communicate mentally with Eva, making it seem like she was explaining something to her. After a while, Suri left. The remaining soldiers informed Vincent that Eva's robot was missing from her room and might have gone to the basement. Vincent immediately went to check the basement, where he found Eva literally dancing. Vincent was shocked by Eva's behavior, and she had a look of great happiness on her face. When Eva saw Vincent, she hugged him, wanting to make him feel comfortable. Eva told Vincent that she had seen a picture of his daughter in his wallet, who was apparently very ill. Eva's robot had come to comfort Vincent so that he wouldn't feel sad. Vincent clearly said that Eva was not a human and that she only knew feelings through a machine. He told her that he also had similar feelings through his own methods. The next day, Thompson brought Eva's robot to the same man who had murdered Eva in reality. Thompson ordered Eva's robot to kill him and avenge Eva's death. However, despite intense pressure, Eva's robot refused to do it because Vincent had prohibited her from taking any human life. Thompson went so far as to threaten Eva's robot, saying that if she did not kill the man, she would go directly and kill Vincent. Upon hearing this, Eva's robot became very angry and did not want Vincent to be harmed, but still, she did not attack the man. Eva's robot started shouting at the Chinese man, saying that if he harmed Vincent, no one would be worse than her. Thompson was pleased with Eva's robot's level of intelligence, as she was now thinking clearly. However, Thompson left a knife with them and walked away. The Chinese man picked up the knife and started attacking Eva. To protect herself, Eva's robot defended against the man's attacks and broke his hand, but did not kill him. She informed Thompson that she had broken the man's hand so he could not harm Vincent. When Vincent later came to Eva's robot's room, she was hiding under a bench. Vincent sat down with the robot there. Eva's robot said she wasn't feeling good about anything. Vincent showed her some footage from outside, which was the first time Eva had seen such things. Eva asked when she would be able to see a real sunset. Vincent then asked Eva's robot what had happened during the night. Eva explained that, following Thompson's orders, she had to attack a Chinese man. While she hadn't killed him, she had broken his hand. The robot was very disappointed with herself. After learning all this, Vincent realized that he wanted to control the robot through his commands. Therefore, Vincent went straight to Thompson and told him that he should not do this because it was an AI robot and tampering with the system could make it go out of control. However, Thompson responded that Vincent should not give him orders as he was the boss and knew what to do. Vincent returns to Eva's robot, who says to him, "You made me so that you could insert my neurological system into your daughter's brain." Vincent responds that this would have been possible only if Eva were actually alive, and that since she is not a human, he cannot use her. Eva's robot argues that it has all the properties of a human, including the capacity to think like a human, but Vincent's heart is not ready for this. Vincent then receives a call from the hospital that his daughter's condition has worsened, and she needs an urgent operation. The chances of survival for his daughter were very slim, but Vincent still approves the operation. Unfortunately, his daughter's illness had progressed so much that she dies. After her death, Vincent is left completely alone and cannot believe that he spent so many years for her. He feels useless now that she is gone. In his laboratory, Eva's robot approaches Vincent and asks him to scan all the memories in her eyes. As Vincent examines the memories in Eva's robot, he finds many of Eva's photos. Detailed examination reveals that these are Eva's consciousness that now resides in the robot. This means that, in a way, Eva's robot has become fully human because humans are defined by their consciousness. Eva's robot is now ready to transfer all of her consciousness into Vincent's daughter's body, even though this would result in the loss of Eva's robot's thinking abilities. Vincent had stored his daughter's entire consciousness before her death, and he starts extracting Eva's robot's consciousness to transfer it. When Vincent goes to Thompson to request his daughter's consciousness, Thompson refuses to give it to him. Thompson's soldiers then capture Vincent. Meanwhile, Eva's robot, having lost all its memories, reboots. Thomas, who is giving commands, found that the AI robot was following them precisely. During the training of the AI robot, Thomas had instructed it to shoot Vincent. The AI robot directly aimed the gun at Thomas, but fortunately, there were no bullets in it. This indicated that the robot's programming was still aligned with Vincent's plan. However, Thomas received a call from a scientist on his team who informed him that Vincent had not extracted any consciousness from the robot. He had only removed a small GPS tracking device. Thus, Eva's consciousness was still inside the robot. Thomas ordered his soldiers to shoot both Eva's robot and Vincent whenever they were spotted. When Thomas checked the security cameras, he saw Eva's robot approaching him. Eva's AI robot, along with other soldiers who had brain implants, began attacking the normal soldiers, forming a team. Eva's robot quickly tried to rescue Vincent and told him that they were all together and would escape. These cyborgs, with implanted brains, were able to communicate mentally. Even when Suri, another robot, had first met Eva's robot, they had discussed the need to escape together and planned accordingly. Now, Eva joined them in the effort to escape. Eva's AI robot told Vincent that she would bring his daughter's consciousness, while he should destroy the quantum computer to prevent the creation of more AI robots like her. Vincent hurried to the quantum computer to deactivate it, but a scientist with a gun appeared, pointing it at him. Shortly after, James, who had artificial arms, arrived on the scene. James helped Vincent by killing the scientist, and then Vincent quickly destroyed the quantum computer and escaped. Meanwhile, Thomas began deactivating the brains of all the cyborgs using his system. He managed to terminate several AI soldiers, but Eva's AI robot soon confronted him. Thomas fired many shots at her, but none of the bullets had any effect. Eva's AI robot approached Thomas with the intent to eliminate him. Thomas begged for mercy, but the AI robot pressed its thumb on Thomas's brain, paralyzing his entire body. Although Thomas wasn't dead, he was left as a living corpse. Vincent arrived at the scene and asked where his daughter's consciousness was. Eva's robot informed him that if he wanted, she could store his daughter's consciousness in her mind. With no other options, Vincent agreed, and the two of them quickly escaped to a mountainous area. There, Eva's robot saw a sunset for the first time, which was one of the best moments of her life. Vincent now had his daughter's consciousness, which he could insert into any robot's mind. Vincent decided to spend his life with Eva and his daughter. And with that, the story comes to an end.